Tony B.
Gentlemen, Tony B here.
Nice to see you.
Brett, pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Joe,
Welcome back, Tony.
the owner of Jay's on the Bay. Thank you for allowing us to do a beautiful restaurant.
Of course, thank you.
Welcome to the In Your Home podcast. I'm your host, Brett Rosenthal. This podcast is about real people and real homes in Philadelphia and other cities near you. As a realtor in Philadelphia, I get to see all types of homes and meet all kinds of people, and I want to share these experiences with everybody. Tons of unique homes and some amazing people is what you will hear and see. If you like what you hear, follow us on your favorite streaming platform. Hey guys, welcome to the In Your Home podcast. Today is a special episode. We are actually not in somebody's home. My name is Brett Rosenthal. I'm the host of the podcast, and we are actually in Staten Island, New York, because I wanted to come and meet another realtor who's just been impressing me lately with his videos. The reason I like his videos so much is because they're natural and they're off the cuff, and they're always positive and just upbeat, and it's kind of the way that I like doing my videos. So I wanted to introduce you guys to Tony B. He runs Island Wide Realty, and he's going to tell you a little bit about himself.
Thank you, Brett. Appreciate it. Appreciate you coming down and working with us. He's a realtor from Philadelphia, realtor for Staten Island, New York. Pleasure to get together with him.
Yeah, we just went out to lunch at a great restaurant in Staten Island called Jay's on the Bay, and now we're in his office where he makes a lot of his videos, and I wanted to ask him some questions about real estate, about Staten Island, and how it might be different from real estate in Philadelphia and what's going on in the market.
Now, Tony B is happy to tell you what's going on.
That's why I'm here.
Well, the commercial market is in good shape. It's moving. A lot of action in the commercial market.
Okay. Do you mostly do commercial?
Personally, that's my passion, commercial. Okay. Leases, rentals, sales, commercial.
Okay.
Leasings, whatever, and so on and so on.
Okay. And I saw you do property management?
Property management is another one of my personal passions.
Okay.
I manage about 30 units on Staten Island.
Okay.
At this time, I had more, then I had less. That's where I'm at right now. 30 units I manage.
Okay. So, how long ago did you become a realtor?
I came into real estate through the limousine business. I owned the limousine business for around 10 years.
Okay.
Delta Cars.
Okay.
It was got pretty big. We had about 40 cars at the time. And one of my clients was a big real estate broker on Staten Island, a woman. And when I sold the company, I went over and started working with her for about a year. Then I brainstormed and decided to open up Island Wide Realty. That was in 2005. Okay. And we've been in business ever since.
So you owned a limo company. How many cars did you have?
I had around 40 cars. That means I had around 80 people working for me.
Okay.
I had around another 25 dispatchers, so totally around 100 people working for Delta Cars at the time. It got a little overwhelming to me, and I just wanted to get out and get into another business.
Okay.
I sold the business. I was happy with the deal that was made, and here I am.
Now you're a realtor. Okay, so you told me when we were at the lunch, you told me about some other jobs you had before the limo company. What else did you do?
Forget it. My first job?
Your first job?
My first job I was a helper on a delivery truck, Gallo Wine.
Okay.
And I used to help. The driver would put the cases up to the edge of the truck. I'd take them in, bring them into the store.
Okay.
And they'd sign the paper, and they'd come back, get in the truck. Okay.
So now that you're in real estate, you've been in it a while. Do you like what you're doing?
I love it. Mm-hmm. I love real estate. Okay. It keeps my juices flowing. Okay.
So the thing I love about your videos is that you seem to know everybody in the town. Like you go up to them, you talk to them.
Tony B,
You're a legend in your area, which is great, and you kind of have to be in order to excel in real estate. It just makes it so much easier. I'm in Philadelphia. Philadelphia is huge, and I wish I could be like you in the whole area of Philadelphia. I have my little areas and my little sections and my clients, but
How long you in the business, Brett?
4.5 years. Yeah.
How's the market over there in Philadelphia?
So it's definitely it's if you're a seller, it's good, but there's not that many houses on the market. So it's still hard if you're a buyer, no matter what the rates are, whether they go up or down. It's still hard. There's still bidding wars and stuff like that.
You have agents working for you?
I have 8 agents. Yeah. Part of the reason I'm also here too is to teach them how to just basically get on camera and do video like you do.
Yeah.
Because as you say it,
I just wing it. Sometimes I don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
I just wing it.
Yeah, and when I first got into it, I was so nervous. I thought I looked stupid, and then now I just don't care, and I just wing it like, yeah.
That's it. Be yourself. I believe in be yourself naturally. Excuse me.
No, you can get it.
Hello.
Anthony.
Yeah. George, let me call you right back. All right, George? I'll call you right back. All right, man. That was from Florida.
Wow. So in Philadelphia, basically, when the pandemic happened, I'd say half the houses that I sold were people that were moving to Florida. So
Yeah.
it was good timing.
See? That might have been one of them.
Yeah. And Florida's not my thing, but a lot of people moving to Florida. So if you weren't living in, let me backtrack. Are you originally from Staten Island?
I'm not originally from Staten Island. I'm originally from the Lower East Side.
Okay.
I grew up at 221 First Avenue in Manhattan,
Okay.
on the corner of East 13th Street.
Okay. So
That's where I was born. That's where I was born. That's where I went to high school.
okay.
And then we moved out to Staten Island. And I ended up we moved out here. I was in a construction union
Okay.
for a while. And that's it.
Okay. So if you had to guess, how much would that particular house that you lived in growing up like sell for today?
Today,
Yeah.
$6 million.
Jeez.
And we could have bought it for $85,000.
Okay.
Who knew?
Yeah. So if you get a house in Philadelphia for $6 million, you pretty much have the nicest house in Philadelphia. The prices are really low compared to New York. They're higher than a lot of places, but nothing like New York.
Well, the average house in Staten Island sells for $750,000.
Okay.
The average house.
What's like the square footage about for that?
Maybe a 3,000 square foot house.
Okay.
Maybe a 4,000 square foot 4,000 square foot lot.
Okay. So just for the lot.
Just for the lot in the house, around 750,
Okay.
and up. You know,
Okay.
it's very hard today to get anything lower. You know, or you're not going to get the cream of the crop for sure.
So what's like the biggest house in Staten Island approximately? Like how many million? What's that?
5 million up on Toad Hill, in the Toad Hill area. It's
Okay.
it's the highest point of the city of New York,
Okay.
and it's on Staten Island.
So
Toad Hill.
can you see the city from there?
You can see everything from there. They only build one-family houses up there. It's regulated.
Okay.
No 2 families, 1 family, and they're all in the millions. It's for the more elite, rich up there.
Right. In Philly, I'd say most of the houses are row home, either new construction, townhouse type houses, or just row homes. You have to pretty much leave the city of Philadelphia to start seeing like single houses. And $6 million would be the most.
Get anything.
You could get just about anything in Philadelphia.
On the water.
Well, the water in Philly is actually developing. They're building like crazy there, but it's not quite the same as like what you have here. And it's not necessarily actually houses. I mean, houses there can be expensive, but it's not necessarily the most expensive place in Philly. Like the center of Philly is.
In my years in business, I've seen the market change dramatically.
Okay.
I mean, what you could buy for $250,000 when I came into the business is now like $800,000. So the market just really changed. There were booms, and then there was banking problems. You know, the banks closed at one point, as you remember. I think it was in 2008, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you invest in real estate?
I own a couple of properties, yes.
All on Staten Island?
I own a condo behind the mall,
Okay.
and I have another building. Just and I'm a landlord, and plus a property manager.
Okay.
So between the 1st and the 10th of the month, I'm just collecting rents.
What happens if they don't pay?
Yeah, we don't want to go old school. Everything has to be by the book today.
Okay.
We have a lawyer on standby.
Got it. Yeah, that's my one. Like, I'm this close to like getting into investing, but I don't know if I can rent. I just don't know if I could collect rents.
Yeah.
I might just flip. But
You're better off. Rents are headaches.
yeah. All right.
That's why my management company
Handles it.
does okay. You know, because no other landlords don't
wanna
want to
do
bother
it.
with the rents, especially if they're moving to Florida or they're out of state.
Yeah. Okay, so if you weren't in Staten Island, you could choose anywhere, just say in the country, to live. Where else would you want to be,
Other than Staten Island,
other than Staten Island?
Manhattan. I'm born, raised, all my roots, New York City.
Okay.
I have no intention of leaving New York City.
Okay. So what's your favorite part of Manhattan, I guess?
Lower East Side,
Lower East Side.
East Village, West Village,
Okay.
downtown,
Gotcha.
Mulberry Street, you know, stuff.
Yep. All right. So other than real estate, if you have free time, what do you like to do for fun?
Go out to dinner with my wife, watch a movie. You know, maybe go out, maybe go to parties. Mm-hmm. That's it, simple. I'm not I'm more into my business than anything else. I don't have not a lot of spare time, but my spare time I spend with my wife. We do something together. Take a walk. You know, we could maybe go to a movie.
Does she get mad if you answer the phone during dinner and it's a real estate call?
Sometimes, but she understands. She's very understandable.
That's good. That's important. Yeah, so a lot of people don't understand when you're a realtor, you're kind of never off.
Yeah.
You do, obviously, but it's sometimes difficult to get away from a phone unless you're like on vacation, and then even if you're on vacation, people still
Right,
call
people
you.
can still call.
Right.
I have calls in my phone that came in sometimes 3 in the morning,
Uh-huh.
2 in the morning. I don't appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
It's to me, it's disrespectful. But they call me all kind of hours. My phone's off, but I'll see the call in the morning, 3 in the morning, 2:30. Like who calls people at that time?
So if you could tell me one story without divulging the client or anything, what would be one of the craziest things you've ever seen in real estate since you've been doing it?
I got a couple of stories. Craziest thing I've ever seen was a client come to us with 11 kids. Mm-hmm. And they needed to rent a house. We found them a house, and they were getting help from the city of New York.
Okay.
We find them a house. Nice house. And they rejected it. So that was a little crazy. Like, I try to explain. Mm-hmm. It's almost impossible
To get you anything.
to find a house with 11 kids. No disrespect to kids, I'm a big lover of kids.
Uh-huh.
And the tenant says, why? I said, why? Well, the water bill. Her question was, well, what's that got to do with me? It's the landlord's problem. I said, well, come on. I said, 11 hands washed, 11 showers, 11 people going to the bathroom, plus you and your boyfriend. I said, no, it's going to cost the guy, it's hard, very hard to find a place. Oh, well, I'm insulted. Okay. It was just unbelievable. That's what shocked me the most. I've seen everything in real estate, everything. All kind of people, all kind of situations. But that situation, for me, shocked me the most.
All right. So did they take something
No,
else? or
I couldn't
you
find nothing else. I worked hard to find
to
something
find the one.
for the people.
Yep. Okay, so tell me what you like about Staten Island and something you might not like about Staten Island.
I like about Staten Island that I know the people. I have roots here. Mm-hmm. You know, my family's here. I've been in business so long over here. Between the limousine business and the real estate business, I'm in business like almost 30 years. So I mean, locks me into this borough, tied into this borough. Mm-hmm. I have a lot of clientele that I established over the years. People that trust me, people that depend on me. Mm-hmm. And I'm content, For me to go somewhere else would be starting over. Mm-hmm. And at my age, I'm not looking to start over nowhere. I stay right here.
Is there anything you don't like about Staten Island?
No, it's good. It's like every other borough in New York City.
Yeah.
And I've been around long enough to see there's changes, things
Mm-hmm.
start evolving, people change, there's always changes going on, always evolution happening in New York City. Okay. And I understand that, and I'm down with that,
Things change.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's kind of what I had. It was like a pleasure coming out here, eating lunch with you, seeing Staten Island, learning about your business.
What a pleasure, Brett. Thank you very much.
Tony B also has these hats that are amazing. I've already shown a couple people and everybody wants one. He might be able to tell you where you can get them, how you could find him on social media, and tell you a little bit about Island Wide Realty. But it was really nice meeting with you today and learning about your business.
Yeah, you can go to Island Wide Realty on Instagram. You can go to Island Wide Realty on TikTok or on Facebook. We have a group, Island Wide Realty group, plus my page. Or you can call us on the phone, 718-447-2100. Island Wide Realty.